Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu Idonongrene. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn your Microsoft Word into a calculator. And you will really like this video because there are some times as a mathematics teacher when we are in the classroom teaching, we may want to do some basic calculations, especially when we have prepared our notes using the Microsoft Word and want to do some basic calculations and we need the children to touch the calculator. You can actually do that in your Microsoft Word here and you are good to go. Even when you are preparing your marking scheme, maybe multiple choice questions, you want to prepare the marking scheme and you need to do some calculations very fast and you don't have pen or maybe you can't solve it easily and you need a calculator, you can actually use your Microsoft Word to do your addition, your subtraction, all the necessary signs you need for your calculation. So let's go straight. So before I go on to show you how you can use the Microsoft Word as a calculator, all you need to have, you see this thing right here in my Microsoft Word Mathematics, you need to install the Microsoft Mathematics. And to get it, just go to the description of this video. You will see the link I put down there. Just click on the link. You will get the Microsoft Mathematics installed in your system. And when you download the Microsoft Mathematics, you are going to see it something like this. Let me show you. You see it here, Microsoft Mathematics. And when you open the folder, you are going to see the two files here. So these are the setup. You install this Microsoft Mathematics, it will install into your system. While this MA setup, you use it to integrate Microsoft Mathematics into your Microsoft Word, and with that you are good to go. So when you are through with installing it, then you integrate it into your Microsoft Word, then you can do all the calculations you need. Then after installing the Microsoft into your system, you are going to have this. You can see this is the Microsoft Mathematics. After installing it in your system, it will come out like this in your desktop. And when you have it like this in your desktop, you can open it. So let me open it. So as I double tap it now, so this is Microsoft Mathematics. So it's already in my system. You can actually do so many things you want. You can see some functions here. You can insert matrix and the rest. You can do some other things, trigonometry, linear equations, just like that. Alright, so this is Microsoft Mathematics. You can work with it as you want in this place, but what I usually do with Microsoft Mathematics more, I use it more in my Microsoft Word to make my work easy for me to do some basic calculations as I work in my classroom with my students, and I'm good to go. Once again, don't forget to get this Microsoft Mathematics, go to the description of this video, click on it and download it and integrate it into your Microsoft Word and you start and move from there. So that is that. So let's go to the first demonstration I have here, how you can use the Microsoft Mathematics in your system. Alright, in this part of introducing us to turning our Microsoft Word into a calculator, I'm going to show you how you can do some basic algebra work using the Microsoft Word. Alright, let's start. Let's assume I have a question like this. Let me use my FX to input my value to see. Let's say I have something like basic equation. Let's say 2x, for example, 2x plus, let's say 7 equals to maybe 8x minus, let's say, okay, let me say minus 9, for example. This is a simple equation you may be asked to solve. You can actually do this with your Microsoft Word. As you input it here, just tap on this, go to your MS Word, Ctrl V, paste it, then go to mathematics. You will see compute. Under compute, you can see calculate the not show. It is solve for x that shows. As you tap on solve for x, your result is out. So this is your value for this equation you have just solved. 2x plus 7 equals to 8x minus 9. So you can actually solve simple equation using the Microsoft Mathematics. If this, let's see if we can do something else. Let me get my mathematics as usual. Let me get other symbols. Let's use inequalities. Let me remove this. So if I turn it to inequality symbol, you can actually do it and get your result. So under mathematics, you see also solve for x. See, your result is also out. So the value is x greater than or equals to 8/3. So this is a beauty you can actually do and use in your mathematics. So any kind of equation, you can solve it using this Microsoft Word, as long as you integrate it, Microsoft Mathematics, into your system. All right, let me delete this and move on. Okay, if I want to do something like let's say a change of subject, let's type an equation. Let me also use FX to type this equation. So if I use my FX software to type, let me say I want to solve something like, for example, I have let's say t equals to 2 pi, just say pi will appear, 2 pi SR, that is square root, let's say square root L divided, but I don't want it like this. Let me use put this in a bracket. Okay, let's go put the L inside the bracket, then divided by, let's say, G. So this is an equation. Then copy, take it to your Microsoft Word and paste. So this is an equation. Let's say I want to make let's say I want to make G the subject of the formula. All I need to do, come to my mathematics, compute. You see, it gave us the condition. Is it L I want to find? Is it G? Is it T? For example, I need G to be the subject of this formula. Just tap on G. You see, the result is out. So G is equal to 4 pi square L over T square, where T cannot be 0. You know it's giving us condition. T cannot be 0 here. Or else, when you want to do some basic substitution, you cannot solve that equation. So this is the value when G is the subject of this formula. So if I want L to be the subject, under solve, you see solve for L. Tap on L. So this is the value when L is the subject. L is the subject, that is gt squared over 4 pi squared, when G is not equals to 0. So you can actually do change of subject or formula. All right, let's leave this. Let's see what we can do. You can also factorize expressions here. Just as you can get the factor of a number, you can also factorize expression. Let me type an expression. Let's say a quadratic expression. Let me type something like, let's say 2x squared plus x minus 3. Let's get this, then copy that, take it to Microsoft Word and paste it. So as you tap on this, tap on mathematics, come to compute, you can actually differentiate, you can integrate. See, you can do factor here now. So if you tap on factor, see, you have brought out the result. Very nice and okay. So the factor of this quadratic expression is x minus 1, then 2x plus 3. Then if you are looking for the root, put your equals to 0, then go to mathematics, tap on this. You see, it will tell you to solve for x, which is the root of this equation. Tap on solve for x. So click on solve for x. The result for x is minus 3/2 or x equals to 1. These are the answers when you solve this quadratic equation. You can see the factors, you can see the answer. So you can actually do so many things in your Microsoft Word as a calculator. So that is for factorization. Even polynomial equation, you can solve them using this form. Let me impute it here also so that it will be fast for us. So if I have a polynomial like 3x cubed plus x squared plus x squared plus 3x plus 5. So with this polynomial, if I take it to my Microsoft, paste it there, I actually factorize this. So factorize this under compute. See, you can factor it. So these are the two factors of this polynomial. You can also solve if you want, and just like that. So let's leave that. All right, then if you want to plot a graph, you can actually plot a graph of any expression, of any quadratic expression, or a linear graph. You can plot the graph. Let's say, for example, the one I did before. Let me just do some undo. Okay, let's say this one I plotted before. This one we solved. For example, I want to plot this graph. All right, as you are here now, go to mathematics. You see under after compute, you can see graph. Click on graph. You see 3D plot, 2D plot. But I need a simple 2D plot. You see the graph will come out. So this is the graph. You can do some settings you want. Let's see some settings we can do. Show or hide outer frame. Okay, I don't want the outer frame. I want it to be here. Then let's see if we can set some minimum and maximum value. Okay, I want my maximum value here to be, let's say, 4, for example. Let's see, I want my minimum to be -3. That's for the x. Then for the y, let's see. Okay, I want my minimum for y here to be, let's say, 5. And I want my maximum for y. Let me use 10, for example. Okay, this is okay. So you can see the graph is well positioned as I want it, my scale being arranged. Then if I don't want the grid or the axis, I don't want axis, you see the axis is gone. If I don't want the grid, tap on this. No, this one, the grid will disappear. Depending on what you want. You want to set graph question in your mathematics, you can actually use this. Impute the equation, plot the graph, put it in your question, and you are good to go. If you want to trace any part of the graph, you can see it, you can stop it, trace it, you can pause it, click and drag. You want to get any particular point when x is -1.66, y is 0.9. You can actually click and drag. That's one beauty you can get using this integration of Microsoft Mathematics into your system. You can see your Microsoft is becoming a calculator. As you stop it, it will go. You can do other things. You can save it. You can restore the graph. Whatever you have changed, you can do it. You can zoom in, zoom out. Just what you want. Depend on you. So let's say this is all I want. Insert. It will come into my system, and that is that. So this is my graph on my Microsoft Word. You can input your questions and the rest. If there's any changes you want to do, you see as I tap on it now. Let's leave first. So if I want to do any changes, just tap on it. You go to option here. Let me see. Okay. Okay, as you tap on it, you click on your graph. You see edit graph. So you can edit it, do another more changes you want to do, and that is that. Then you can update it back and get the result you want. So this is how you can plot graph using the Microsoft Word, as long as you have turned it into a calculator. Finally, before I leave algebra, you can exploit this yourself. Let's do basic expansion. You can do expansion. Let's say I have something like this. Let me delete all this. Let's say I have a bracket. Let's impute it here. Maybe I have a simple binomial expression. Let's say a plus b, let's say raised to power maybe 3, for example. You want to expand this, you can do it here also. Copy it there, come to Microsoft and paste it. So you can expand this. Under algebra, you see expand. Just tap on it, you see the result is out. I've expanded it, put your equals to, come forward and check it. You can increase the font size if you want to get the same size of that. So that is that. So this is how you can use your Microsoft Word as a calculator to do some algebra work. So that's all I have for you. Get it and explore it. You will enjoy it as a math teacher and as a student.